Okay, coming to you live today. Thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to my Manifesting with the Moon group for giving this amazing opportunity to me to come live to everyone rather than just keep it within our monthly group. So how exciting! So yeah, welcome. Happy almost full moon, which is super exciting. Again, full transparency, I am filming on a couple different devices so that I can hit multiple platforms with the same live video. So yeah, go ahead and Facebook is still telling me my frame rate is too slow. So Facebook, let me know if if I'm choppy with my frame rate. I think last time we had the same error message, but we were doing okay. But yeah, so full moon, how exciting, right? So it's not actually until I think like 5:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. But it'll definitely look full tonight, and the perfect opportunity if you have those fun, magical crystals, or if you have some oracle decks. Um, Perfect time to cleanse those of any energy and recharge. Um, so I put a quote in the Facebook group, but not on Instagram. But I'll make sure to add it to YouTube. Um, I release what no longer serves me in order to create space for that which will serve me and support me. I am free to choose, and I am grateful. So that is just a perfect summary, basically, of the full moon energy. So I also want to let anybody know if you are feeling extra emotional, that is totally normal, full moon wise. It's definitely, you know, that moon, when you're talking science, that moon is pulling on that water that makes up our human form. So definitely you're going to feel some pulls, um, some revelations, emotional release, which is totally, anybody can tell you, like, emotional release is still pretty good, right? So, and it's also, with this big glowing orb. I always said, when I was younger, I was so drawn to the moon. I was so drawn to it, and I was just like, I love it. And at first, I was thinking, my brain was like, oh yeah, it's just because then it's not dark. It's not dark outside if it's the full moon. You can see all these lights, and it illuminates the ground. I grew up in a naturey area, so it was a lot less scary if you could actually see. But really, as I was discovering and learning more about, magic, basically, the magic that is the universe, I really felt, totally in touch with the moon, and the cycles made sense to me. And so tracking the lunar phase and manifesting with the moon is something that I like to do, and I think it serves me well, and I would like to serve others. And so hopefully you can find a message in here that resonates. And so with this big glowing orb, you are potentially going to, there's some light that may be shed on what, good or bad. It does shine on a lot of things that could come forward, especially emotionally. So just be prepared. It's totally great. If we are doing our work, then, when we get hit by those things that normally make us go like, oh my gosh, life is crazy. What am I going to do? Like, if we're doing our work, it takes a couple minutes, right? And I mean, depending on the news, like maybe it takes longer, and you can choose to be in that grieving or sad or angry or frustrated phase longer. But you always have that choice to choose to come back around. And I think that's just really important to mention. But it also really, like, for me, I think the really big energy to focus on with the full moon is very much, oh yeah, low power. That's okay. We'll be all right. We'll make it quick. Joy and gratitude. Joy and gratitude. Let's be grateful for what we have up until this point. I love that I just like all of a sudden got efficient because I can't be like wandering with my 10% battery. Joy and gratitude. Yes, we are reaping what we have sown. So if you set new intentions, if you set intentions with the new moon, you should be, if you took those action steps, like you should definitely be seeing maybe some synchronicities, maybe a few signs pointing you in the right direction. If not, don't worry. Like the universe has its time, so it is not our place to question or demand. It is our place to trust and love. So we get to put our intentions out and then, just be joyful and so grateful for everything that we have. But it's also a time to recharge, right? So I'm sure plenty of us are in that phase where we're like, oh, I could definitely use a recharge. And really, like, it's a cleansing opportunity. So use this time to really to release what is no longer serving you. And so something that I do, and I will do this evening. I just wanted to come on for those of you on the East Coast. If it's already dark, go ahead and start this now. But you can go ahead, similar to the ritual at the new moon. We're gonna go ahead, light a candle, and then you take out your paper. But this time, instead of it being necessarily in your journal that you're tracking, you're going to write down a list of the things you want to let go, things that are no longer serving you, to create space for that which will support you. So go ahead and write them down. And then at the end, when you're ready to release, man, shred that up, tear it up into a bunch of pieces. If you can, burn it. But, again, fire season, all of that, please, please, please just be smart, be safe about it. Like, you know. All the things. But yeah, basically what you're doing is you are releasing that. You are cleansing that fire, that destruction, clearing space for the new that you want to bring in. And so, it's really, in a sense, kind of self-care, of just like getting that. And then once you do that, once you get rid of that is no longer serving you, and you tear up that paper, you burn that paper, take a shower, like take a bath, like really cleanse all the energy and just let go of that. It is no longer serving you. It is no longer serving you. Let it go. Who cares? We only have so much time, and we've all talked about, like, time is just going quicker. Do you want to use this time focusing on the positive or on the negative? You get to choose. It does not, genuinely, like, honestly, to me, it matters, because I really want everyone to be happy, because I love being happy. So I just think everybody loves to be happy. But you get to choose. You really get to choose. Where are you going to focus? Are you going to focus on all the bad things that are going on? Or are you going to focus on all the good? Like, this is that time. Really get grateful for what has come to you, what has been brought to your attention, and then let go, release what is no longer serving you. And, let go, let God, right? So this is also, like I mentioned, perfect time to charge your crystals or your oracle decks. So again, go ahead. I actually, you know what? Funny thing is, I just did a blog post. How cool is this? Little plug. How fun. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful, again, for my 5 o'clock group that was like, you know what? Go ahead. Do the full moon with everybody. I just wrote a blog post, so you can check it out, since I only have however much percent battery on my phone. Go ahead and check it out, madmaisha.com. It's under blog, so it'll be on the little menu bar. So, but yeah, basically it's just an invitation and just a few simple steps on how to charge and cleanse, basically cleanse and charge, I guess, your crystals or your oracle decks, just to kind of, again, just that self-care, for yourself, for your crystals, for your decks, just to really keep that energy flowing in a positive way, that can really serve you in your highest point. And for any of you that are like, that seems super crazy, Maisha, you are talking like a little woo-woo, yeah, here I am. Also, like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, if you set out some moon water to charge with the intention that when you needed a reminder that love, peace, and joy is a choice for you every day, and you use that water as a toner or a spritz or a refresh or to water your plants, like, what if you just tried it? Like, what if you just tried it? And for those of you that are like, okay, but I believe in God and I feel like this is a little ritualistic, like kind of witchy stuff, um, my friend put it so beautifully. Like, God created everything. And if you think that God didn't create the moon to be pulling tides, then maybe you should check in with your higher power. Just saying. Just saying. Again, I mean, absolutely no disrespect, but it's like, seriously, God knew what he was doing creating the moon. The universe knew what they were doing creating the moon. Like, it, it's all energy. We're all loved by the, creator, right? So, again, worst that could happen if you meet each day with peace, love, and joy. So, um, anyway, so yeah, just friendly reminder, full moon coming up. So go ahead and use this time to cleanse yourself, get rid of what's no longer serving you, make space, and fill that with what you do want to support you. But also just be joyous for what you have, and grateful for what's come around. So for me especially, I am so super grateful for committing. Definitely, like, I was feeling so called to the new moon at Lionsgate, and I mean, my life has been like probably the craziest 2 weeks of literally my whole life, and I feel so supported because I made that commitment to myself, and I'm trusting the process, and I'm allowing to what is to be. And I am just, my intention, I am repeating it every day. It's on my nightstand. I choose to meet this day with love, peace, and joy, and so I really, I invite you, if you feel called, to just join me on this path, on this journey. And if you're just picking up, if you didn't do the new moon, that's totally fine. We can always start today. We always have today. So anyway, that is it for now. I'm going to jump off, but thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, Sharon, thank you so much for your support. And yeah, and so I will see you when I see you. And thanks again for just the support and the energy, and just taking time to say hi, and you know, and just loving and living your best life. So that is it. I'm awesome. You're awesome. Let's be awesome together.